Welcome to Mastering Soft Skills in the Age of AI. As we step deeper into the 21st century, we are witnessing a remarkable transformation in how we live, work, and interact with the world. At the heart of this transformation is artificial intelligence, AI. You've likely already seen it. Smart assistants finishing your sentences, algorithms suggesting the next video you watch, or even AI-powered tools that automate emails, schedules, and customer support. But with every new wave of technology, there's also a wave of concern. Perhaps you've wondered, will I be replaced by a machine? Will AI make my role irrelevant? These are valid, important questions, and they're being asked not just by tech workers, but by teachers, office administrators, call center agents, medical assistants, and even managers. This short but powerful course is designed to help you answer those questions with confidence, not fear. Today, we will explore the concept of soft skills in the context of this evolving AI era. We'll dive into what soft skills are, why they matter more than ever, and how they can become your most powerful professional asset. You see, while AI excels at logic, pattern recognition, and brute force tasks, there are still very human qualities that technology has not, and may never, fully replicate. These are skills like empathy, active listening, adaptability, emotional intelligence, and the ability to motivate, lead, and connect with others. And here's the good news. These soft skills are not only in demand, but they are becoming the key differentiators that employers are looking for. In a world where technical skills are being automated and outsourced to machines, soft skills will define who stands out, who leads, and who thrives. Whether you're a fresh graduate trying to land your first job, a seasoned employee looking to adapt, a manager leading a hybrid team, or even an entrepreneur trying to connect with your market, this course is for you. We'll break things down in a simple, digestible way. No technical formulas, no programming, no complicated systems. Just practical insights you can start applying immediately. We will talk about the 5 essential soft skills that will help you not just survive, but succeed, in a workplace increasingly influenced by AI. We'll also talk about how you can use AI tools to sharpen these very human abilities. But before we go any further, let's be clear about one thing. AI is not the enemy. In fact, AI is here to stay, and it can be a powerful ally. What we need to do is stop thinking of AI as a threat and start seeing it as a tool. Like the computer, like the internet, like the smartphone, it's a tool. And the people who will thrive are those who know how to work with AI, not against it. That's where soft skills come in. Because no matter how advanced the technology becomes, it still needs human beings to interpret, guide, explain, empathize, and connect. That's you. So, what are soft skills exactly? Why are they becoming the must-have traits in the job market? And how can you develop them in a world that's moving faster than ever? These are the questions we'll answer in the next few minutes. And don't worry, you won't need a PhD or a tech background to understand any of this. Whether you're working in a hospital, a school, an office, a factory, or remotely from your home, this content is relevant to you. It's real-world, practical, and focused on helping you stay resilient and empowered. We'll cover topics like communication, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, adaptability, and teamwork, skills that are timeless but are now taking center stage in the age of intelligent machines. Imagine you're working on a team project with tight deadlines, and your teammate is overwhelmed. AI might be able to assign tasks or send reminders, but it's your empathy, your communication, and your sense of timing that helps bring that teammate back on track. AI can crunch the data, but it takes human leadership to make sense of it and communicate the story it tells. It's your judgment, your collaboration, and your emotional awareness that make those decisions effective. Soft skills are no longer just nice to have, they're mission critical. And the best part? Unlike some hard skills, you don't need to go back to school or take years of training to start developing soft skills. You can start today. Right now. All it takes is intention, awareness, and the right mindset. Throughout this course, we'll also share tools and techniques to help you nurture these skills, even using AI-powered platforms to enhance your emotional intelligence or boost your communication style. We'll also address common myths, like the belief that soft skills are natural and can't be learned, or that they're less valuable than technical know-how. In reality, studies show that companies consistently rate soft skills as equal to or more important than hard skills when hiring and promoting employees. So if you've ever felt anxious about keeping up with AI, automation, or digital transformation, take a deep breath. You're not falling behind. You're already equipped with the most valuable resource of all, your humanity. You just need to sharpen it. So stay with me. In just 30 minutes, you'll have a clearer understanding of how to position yourself, grow as a professional, and future-proof your career by investing in the most powerful asset in the AI age, your soft skills. Let's get started. Let's start with a big question on everyone's mind. Will AI replace my job? This is perhaps the most common concern we hear today, from young graduates, from seasoned professionals, from teachers, engineers, writers, marketers, healthcare workers, and beyond. The rapid growth of artificial intelligence has introduced not just possibilities, but anxieties. With every new breakthrough, from AI-generated art to robotic process automation, many of us are asking, where does that leave me? To answer this question, we need to understand both the capabilities and the limitations of AI. Yes, AI is powerful. It can analyze data at speeds we can't imagine. It can identify patterns in massive datasets. It can generate text, mimic voices, write reports, and even create music. AI is being trained to interpret X-rays, analyze customer behavior, and write lines of code. But the question is, what exactly is AI replacing? AI doesn't replace entire jobs. It replaces tasks. Let's take a look at an example. In customer support, AI can now handle basic inquiries, tracking orders, answering frequently asked questions, or helping reset passwords. But when a customer is frustrated, confused, or in distress, who do they want to talk to? A chatbot? No. They want a person. Someone who can understand, who can apologize sincerely, who can navigate a gray area. That's the difference between automation and human connection. Data entry, automated. Basic scheduling, automated. Even initial stages of copywriting or content creation, supported by AI. But high-trust sales, negotiation, leadership, conflict resolution, innovation, those still belong to people. Here's the deeper truth. AI is not here to take your job. It's here to change how your job is done. And in that change lies opportunity. The roles most at risk are the ones based entirely on repeatable tasks, work that doesn't involve emotional nuance, unpredictable environments, or social intelligence. But most jobs, especially in modern organizations, are hybrid by nature. That means they combine both hard and soft skills. AI might take over the repetitive or highly structured tasks, but the human parts of the job, those remain yours. Soft skills become the bridge between the technology and the people using it. Let's say you're a project manager. AI can help you create a schedule, assign resources, flag bottlenecks. But AI can't sit down with a frustrated teammate and help them find motivation. AI can't lead a brainstorming session that balances ambition with feasibility. AI can't feel the pulse of a room or read the subtle body language during a tense negotiation. Those are human skills. Soft skills. Here's another example. If you're a teacher, AI can help you create lesson plans or track student progress. But the act of teaching, the ability to inspire, to mentor, to care, that can't be automated. Students need connection. They need understanding. And that comes from soft skills. In healthcare, AI can assist in diagnostics or suggest treatments. But who delivers the news to a worried patient? Who holds the hand of someone receiving hard news? Who listens and provides reassurance? Humans do. And they always will. Even in the most tech-driven industries, software, finance, engineering, teamwork, leadership, communication, and adaptability are what make a company thrive. You can have the best algorithms in the world, but if people don't trust the team behind them, if they can't work well together, if they can't present the value clearly to stakeholders, then the technology doesn't matter. So instead of asking, will AI replace me? The better question is, what can I offer that AI can't? The answer lies in your human intelligence, emotional intelligence, social intelligence, moral intelligence, creative intelligence. These are the dimensions of being human that are still beyond the reach of machines. And here's something else to consider. AI itself is not autonomous. It's shaped, trained, guided, and applied by people. People decide how it's used. People interpret its output. People are responsible for its ethics. So, if you want to future-proof your career, don't just double down on technical skills. Invest in the irreplaceable. Practice empathy. Learn to listen. Improve how you communicate. Reflect on your decisions. Lead with integrity. Adapt quickly. Think critically. Work with others, not against them. These soft skills aren't just survival tools, they are your competitive edge. In this course, you'll learn exactly how to build those skills in a way that complements, not competes with, AI. Because the future of work isn't just about machines. It's about people who can work with machines while still being fully, beautifully, and powerfully human. Let's move forward together, and let's build skills that no machine can replace. So what exactly are soft skills? Let's begin by understanding the contrast between two major types of skills in the workplace: hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills are the technical, teachable abilities. These include specific, measurable competencies such as using Excel, writing code, designing architectural blueprints, or operating a machine. Hard skills are often gained through formal education, certification programs, or on-the-job training. They're easy to define, easy to test, and easy to put on a resume. For instance, if someone knows how to use AutoCAD or has mastered Python programming, those are hard skills. Now, soft skills are something very different. Soft skills refer to personal attributes, emotional intelligence, and interpersonal abilities that govern how effectively we interact with others. These skills don't necessarily show up in degrees or certifications, but they reveal themselves in every meeting, every conversation, every decision. While hard skills may help you land a job, soft skills are what determine whether you thrive in that job. Here are some of the most important soft skills that are in high demand across all industries. 1. Communication. This is the ability to clearly express ideas, actively listen, adapt your language to your audience, and navigate challenging conversations. Great communication includes both verbal and nonverbal cues, body language, tone of voice, clarity, and timing. Whether you're sending emails, presenting a project, or giving feedback, your ability to communicate makes or breaks how others perceive your ideas. 2. Emotional intelligence, EQ. EQ refers to your ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. It includes self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. In a team setting, someone with high emotional intelligence can diffuse tension, offer support, and understand what others need, even when it's not said out loud. 3. Critical thinking. Critical thinkers evaluate information logically, question assumptions, and avoid jumping to conclusions. This skill is vital in a world where misinformation spreads quickly, and decisions must be based on fact, not just opinion or automation. A critical thinker doesn't just accept what AI generates. They ask, does this make sense? Is it ethical? What are the consequences? 4. Creativity. Creativity isn't just about painting or writing. It's about problem-solving in unique ways, thinking outside the box, and approaching challenges from new angles. It's about innovation. In business, creative professionals are the ones who suggest fresh ideas, develop new products, or improve old systems in unexpected ways. And unlike machines, human creativity is often sparked by emotion, culture, and intuition, areas where AI still lags far behind. 5. Collaboration. Collaboration means working well with others. It's not just teamwork, it's about co-creating, sharing credit, respecting differences, and building synergy. In today's global and often remote workplaces, collaboration is essential. Projects don't succeed in isolation. It takes people with diverse roles, personalities, and skills to work together. Soft skills help build trust, navigate disagreements, and align goals. 6. Leadership. Leadership isn't limited to managers or executives. True leadership can be shown at any level. It includes motivating others, setting a vision, taking responsibility, and being resilient under pressure. A leader helps others grow, stay focused, and feel safe even during uncertainty. And in an AI-powered workplace, leaders will be needed more than ever to ensure technology serves people, not replaces them. 7. Adaptability. In a fast-changing world, rigid people get left behind. Adaptability is about adjusting quickly, staying calm in the face of change, and learning continuously. It also means being open to new ideas, feedback, and workflows. Whether you're working with a new tool, transitioning roles, or dealing with unexpected disruptions, adaptability keeps you moving forward. These 7 soft skills might sound simple, but mastering them takes time, self-reflection, and effort. They are called soft, not because they're easy, but because they're subtle, flexible, and deeply human. Let's also explore how these soft skills come into play in real-life workplace scenarios. Imagine you're in a client meeting, and a misunderstanding arises. A person strong in communication and emotional intelligence can steer the conversation back to clarity and trust. They listen carefully, clarify their intent, and reassure the client. In another scenario, your team hits a major roadblock. Someone with strong critical thinking and creativity might suggest a new direction or reframe the problem in a way that reveals new solutions. Or picture a diverse, multicultural team working remotely. A person with collaboration and adaptability skills helps coordinate across time zones, manage cultural differences, and find common ground. And in any setting, true leadership shows when someone steps up, takes accountability, motivates others, and sets a tone of integrity and inclusion. Soft skills are the invisible forces that turn a collection of individuals into a cohesive, high-performing team. They are the glue that holds workplaces together. But here's another important point. Soft skills are not just for the workplace. They help in relationships, community building, parenting, and even personal growth. They shape how we handle stress, how we manage conflict, how we connect with strangers, and how we navigate life's ups and downs. In that sense, soft skills are life skills. So why don't we hear more about them in school or training programs? The challenge is that soft skills are harder to measure. You can test someone on Excel formulas or Java syntax, but how do you measure empathy? Or the ability to motivate a team? Thankfully, more and more organizations are now recognizing their value. In job interviews, hiring managers are asking behavioral questions to assess soft skills. They're evaluating how you respond under pressure, how you handle feedback, how you manage disagreements. In fact, according to LinkedIn's Global Talent Trends report, 92% of talent professionals say that soft skills are just as important, or more important, than hard skills. And 89% say that when a new hire doesn't work out, it's usually because of a lack of soft skills, not technical abilities. This tells us something critical. In the age of AI, it's not just what you know, but how you work with others that will define your success. Even better, soft skills can be developed. Unlike hard skills that require formal courses or licenses, soft skills improve through practice, reflection, and feedback. You don't need a classroom. You need intention. You can start by observing how you communicate in meetings. Are you speaking clearly? Listening actively? Showing empathy? Practice being more adaptable when plans change. Reflect on your response to conflict. Ask for honest feedback from your peers. You can also use technology to support your growth. There are AI tools that help you practice presentations, suggest improvements to your writing tone, or even simulate interviews to test your response under pressure. Soft skills can evolve, with effort and the right mindset. To wrap up this section, let's return to our main point. Soft skills are not optional extras. They are essential. They are what make us human. They are what make teams function. And they are the reason you, not AI, remain valuable in the workplace. As we continue through this course, keep these skills in mind. We'll build on each one and show you how to not only strengthen them, but use them as your biggest professional advantage in a world that's being reshaped by artificial intelligence. You don't need to outthink a machine. You just need to be the kind of person a machine can never be. Let's move on to the next slide. Why are soft skills even more important now, in a world of rapid automation? Let's explore that by first understanding what AI is truly good at. Artificial intelligence thrives on structure. It can rapidly process large amounts of data, identify trends, and perform predictable tasks with astonishing speed and accuracy. AI can analyze medical scans to detect anomalies. It can recommend movies, draft content, power chatbots, and automate logistics. And yes, it can even hold basic conversations. But there's one thing AI fundamentally lacks: consciousness. It has no awareness, no lived experience, no values of its own. It doesn't feel happiness, sadness, frustration, or fear. It can simulate personality, but it doesn't actually have one. It can predict what you might want to say, but it doesn't understand why you feel that way. That's where humans come in. Soft skills are the traits and behaviors that allow us to engage with the world on a human level. They help us read between the lines, sense discomfort, respond to unspoken needs, and connect with others beyond words. So in an AI-powered world, where technical skills are increasingly assisted, or even replaced, by machines, it's these very human traits that are rising in value. Let's consider a few examples. In customer service, AI can answer common questions or route calls efficiently. But when a frustrated customer needs reassurance, only a person with emotional intelligence can listen patiently, offer empathy, and turn the experience into a positive one. In human resources, AI can help screen resumes, track performance metrics, or manage schedules. But when an employee is experiencing burnout, struggling with a manager, or going through a personal crisis, it's HR professionals with strong interpersonal skills who provide real support. In therapy or counseling, AI-powered apps can suggest breathing exercises or track mood data. But true healing comes from a therapist who knows how to listen, ask the right questions, and validate feelings. That depth of care can't be programmed. In education, AI might grade tests or generate lesson plans. But inspiring a student, understanding their learning style, helping them grow with patience, that's the work of great teachers, not machines. Even in fields like leadership, where data analytics and dashboards are abundant, the best leaders don't just manage KPIs, they manage people. They inspire, mentor, build trust, and lead through change. And none of that is possible without soft skills. So while AI can augment these jobs, it cannot replace their essence. And this is what we call the human advantage. Let's dig deeper. AI lacks what's called contextual reasoning. It doesn't understand sarcasm, irony, double meanings, or shifting emotional tone. If you've ever used a chatbot that gave you an oddly formal or irrelevant response, you've seen the limits of AI firsthand. AI also struggles with uncertainty. It's designed for problems with clear parameters. But life is rarely that clean. Relationships, decisions, social dynamics, they're messy, ambiguous, and ever-changing. That's where human judgment becomes essential. And perhaps most importantly, AI cannot develop values. It doesn't understand fairness, justice, compassion, or dignity. It may be trained on massive amounts of human data, but it doesn't care about people. It doesn't strive for growth. It doesn't feel accountable. That's why ethics in AI always fall back to the humans creating and using it. We are the moral agents. We are the ones who say, this is right, this is wrong. Now think about what that means in the workplace. In every organization, there are daily moments of emotional nuance, where someone feels unheard, misunderstood, or undervalued. Machines won't notice that. But you can. There are meetings where things don't go as planned. People interrupt, ideas clash, emotions rise. AI can't de-escalate tension or restore unity. But a person skilled in empathy and communication can. When big changes happen, mergers, layoffs, leadership shifts, AI might manage logistics. But it's human leaders who must rally morale, communicate transparently, and help teams move forward. Let's also look at technical teams, which might seem far removed from soft skills. In truth, even the most tech-heavy environments need collaboration, feedback loops, and shared understanding. Engineers and developers often work on large-scale systems with many moving parts. Miscommunication can lead to errors. Lack of empathy can derail team cohesion. Rigid thinking can block innovation. In these cases, soft skills don't just complement hard skills, they multiply their impact. Think of it like this. A hard skills get you the job. A soft skills help you keep it and grow within it. In the future, soft skills will define who leads the change, who adapts the fastest, and who brings people together in the age of machines. Let's consider what global research says about this. A report by the World Economic Forum lists critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, and people management among the top skills needed by 2025. Why? Because as automation rises, jobs increasingly require uniquely human capabilities. LinkedIn's Global Talent Trends report echoes this, stating that soft skills are more important to company success than ever before. Companies with high soft skill strength outperform their competitors in employee retention, customer satisfaction, and innovation. What does this mean for you? It means soft skills are not just about being nice or well-liked. They are about being effective, about being someone others trust, follow, and build with. In a sea of technology, your ability to be human becomes your greatest strength. And the best part? These are skills that don't go out of date. Unlike coding languages that change or tools that get replaced, soft skills endure. They evolve with you. They grow through experience. Here's the reality. As AI advances, human-centered roles become more valuable. Think about the jobs of the future. AI ethicists, a human AI interaction designers, a diversity and inclusion specialists, a mental health advocates, a cross-cultural communicators, a remote team facilitators. All of these require soft skills at the core. Even in hybrid roles, where humans and AI collaborate, your ability to bridge understanding, to interpret, to persuade, to mentor, to resolve tension, that will set you apart. So as we continue to build a world where machines assist us in many tasks, remember, there are still many areas where machines fall short. They don't build trust. They don't inspire. They don't listen with care. They don't innovate from the heart. You do. That is your human advantage. And it's not something to fear, it's something to develop. So in this course, we will continue to explore how to grow these essential skills, not just to survive AI, but to thrive with it. Let's keep going. Let's break down the top 5 soft skills you should focus on today. In this fast-changing world, where automation is becoming more common, it's easy to assume that only technical skills matter. But that's not true. What sets people apart, what makes leaders, collaborators, and innovators stand out, are soft skills. And among them, 5 stand tall as the most crucial. Let's dive into each one and explore how they help you thrive in a human-AI workplace. Number 1. Communication. Communication is more than just talking. It's the ability to clearly convey your thoughts, actively listen to others, read the room, and adapt your message depending on your audience. In today's global, diverse, and hybrid work environments, communication has become a superpower. You may write hundreds of emails a week, join video meetings across time zones, or collaborate in virtual workspaces. All of these rely on how effectively you share information and understand others. Good communication includes speaking, listening, writing, and nonverbal skills. It also involves empathy, clarity, timing, and emotional awareness. Here's what strong communication looks like in action. You give feedback without making people defensive. You present ideas in a way that excites and inspires others. You ask the right questions at the right time. You resolve misunderstandings before they escalate. Even with AI tools that help draft messages or translate text, you are still the person who sets the tone, frames the message, and ensures it aligns with the purpose. That human touch is what builds trust. To improve your communication, practice active listening. Avoid multitasking when people speak. Learn to read body language. Think before you speak. Review what you write. And always tailor your message for your audience. Number 2. Emotional intelligence, EQ. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, manage, and express your own emotions, and to recognize and respond to the emotions of others. It's about self-awareness, self-control, empathy, and social skills. Why is this important? Because no matter how much AI evolves, it cannot feel. In real-life work situations, you're constantly navigating emotions, your own and others. Maybe a coworker is under pressure and snaps at you. Maybe you're frustrated by a deadline. Maybe your team is demotivated after a project fails. A person with strong emotional intelligence can stay calm, diffuse tension, support others, and maintain a positive environment. EQ is especially important in leadership, teamwork, sales, customer service, and any role involving people, which is nearly every job. Studies show that people with high EQ perform better at work, earn more, and enjoy stronger relationships. EQ is what helps you handle criticism gracefully, stay calm under pressure, understand different perspectives, build meaningful relationships, motivate and inspire others. To improve your EQ, reflect on your emotions daily. Ask yourself, why did I react that way? Practice pausing before responding. Acknowledge how others feel. Choose empathy, even when it's hard. You'll notice a big difference in how people respond to you. Number 3. Critical thinking. Critical thinking means analyzing information objectively, evaluating evidence, identifying bias, and making sound decisions. It's about asking, is this true? What's missing? What's the impact? In an AI world filled with auto-generated content, deepfakes, biased algorithms, and misinformation, critical thinking is no longer optional. It's essential. AI can create a convincing argument. It can summarize articles or suggest solutions. But humans must decide if those answers are valid, ethical, and appropriate. In the workplace, critical thinking helps you avoid costly mistakes, choose the best solution among many, navigate complexity and ambiguity, protect your team from misinformation, challenge assumptions constructively. For example, let's say AI gives you a customer trend report. A critical thinker doesn't just accept the numbers. They ask, how was this data collected? Is there a bias in the sample? What context is missing? Does this align with what we're seeing on the ground? To sharpen your critical thinking, challenge your own ideas. Read from diverse sources. Ask better questions. Reflect on outcomes. And surround yourself with people who offer different perspectives. Number 4. Adaptability. If there's one thing certain in the AI age, it's uncertainty. New tools, shifting markets, remote work, global crises, things change fast. Those who succeed are the ones who adapt. Adaptability means being flexible, open-minded, and resilient in the face of change. In practice, it means embracing new technologies instead of fearing them, learning new systems or processes without resistance, staying calm when plans shift or fail, seeing change as a challenge, not a threat. Adaptability is especially valuable in hybrid work, fast-scaling startups, and evolving industries like tech, healthcare, education, and logistics. It's what allows you to bounce back after setbacks, learn from mistakes, and keep moving. People who resist change often struggle with AI integration, not because they lack skill, but because they lack mindset. Adaptability ensures you stay relevant. You can build adaptability by volunteering for new tasks, exploring unfamiliar topics, practicing mindfulness to manage stress, being curious instead of reactive. Adaptability isn't weakness, it's growth in motion. Number 5. Collaboration. Almost no job today is completely solo. Even freelancers and remote workers collaborate with clients, teams, or vendors. Collaboration is about working effectively with others to achieve a shared goal. It involves communication, empathy, conflict resolution, compromise, and accountability. And with AI tools enabling faster communication and project sharing, strong collaboration is more important, not less. In high-performing teams, collaboration looks like a sharing credit generously, a resolving disagreements respectfully, a listening without interrupting, a building on each other's ideas. Collaboration also bridges generational, cultural, and professional gaps. In diverse teams, it fosters innovation. In distributed teams, it builds trust. In crisis, it keeps things moving. To improve your collaboration, show up to support others. Ask questions instead of assuming. Be open to feedback. Honor your commitments. Learn to celebrate team wins, not just personal success. And remember, AI doesn't build trust. You do. Bringing it all together. These 5 soft skills, communication, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, adaptability, and collaboration, are not separate checkboxes. They're interconnected. Strong communication supports collaboration. High emotional intelligence helps you adapt. Critical thinking improves how you work with others. In the age of AI, these skills amplify your hard skills. They help you work with technology, not be replaced by it. You don't need to be perfect at all 5 right away. Choose one to focus on first. Practice it daily. Reflect on your growth. And keep going. Because the most future-proof workers aren't just those who know the latest software. They're the ones who know how to lead, learn, connect, and care. These are the human skills. And they matter more than ever. Here's a twist. AI can't replace soft skills, but it can help you improve them. That may sound surprising at first. After all, we've been talking about how soft skills are deeply human, rooted in emotion, connection, and experience. And it's true, AI can't feel or relate the way we can. But what it can do is act as a mirror, a coach, and a practice partner to help you sharpen your interpersonal abilities. Let's start with communication. There are dozens of AI-powered tools that can help you write more clearly, speak more confidently, and present more effectively. Take Grammarly, for instance. It doesn't just correct grammar, it helps you improve tone, readability, and clarity. If you write an email that sounds too harsh or too passive, Grammarly offers suggestions to balance your message. Other writing tools like Hemingway Editor or WordTune do something similar, highlighting complex sentences, passive voice, filler words, or weak phrasing. The more you use them, the more you learn about your writing style and how to adjust it for better results. Over time, these tools train you to be a more thoughtful communicator. Next, consider how AI can support your emotional intelligence. While AI can't experience emotions, it can help you reflect on your own. There are journaling apps powered by natural language processing, like Reflectly or Mind's Era, that guide you through prompts, help track your moods, and even suggest ways to reframe negative thoughts. Some platforms even provide summaries of your emotional patterns over time, helping you identify triggers, reactions, and recurring challenges. It's like having a mirror that helps you become more self-aware. More advanced platforms like Replica simulate emotional conversations. While not perfect, these kinds of tools let you practice empathy and introspection in a low-stakes environment. Now let's talk about mock interviews and role-play simulations. There are AI-driven platforms like Udly, Interview Buddy, or VMock that simulate real interview scenarios. They provide questions, listen to your responses, and analyze your performance. You'll get feedback on filler words, confidence levels, eye contact in video, a clarity of speech, emotional tone. This kind of immediate, actionable feedback is incredibly useful, especially for those who feel nervous in high-stakes communication. Want to improve your presentation skills? AI tools like Ori, Poised, and even Zoom's built-in AI can give insights into your pacing, word choice, and engagement level. You can rehearse your talk and get a report on how persuasive or confident you sounded. AI doesn't just point out flaws, it helps you practice deliberately. That's the secret to soft skill growth. Let's look at conflict resolution and collaboration. Some team simulation platforms now use AI to model difficult scenarios, disagreements in the workplace, negotiations, cross-cultural misunderstandings. These scenarios allow users to role-play responses, and the AI evaluates their approach. You might be prompted to de-escalate a heated exchange, show empathy to a stressed teammate, offer constructive feedback without blaming. These are powerful ways to practice soft skills safely. Instead of waiting for a real-life crisis to test your skills, you build muscle memory in a controlled space. Even team productivity platforms like Slack or Microsoft Teams are integrating AI to offer emotional cues, flagging if your message might be misunderstood or if you're being too passive or blunt. Then there are AI-based coaching apps, like BetterUp or CoachHub. These combine AI with human mentoring to provide personalized soft skill development, tracking progress, suggesting habits, and reinforcing learning through nudges and challenges. Now, let's take a moment to reframe how we see AI. Instead of viewing it as a replacement for people, what if we saw it as a training partner, a tool that makes our growth more efficient, more measurable, and more consistent? Think about elite athletes. They work with machines that track every move, analyze every angle, and provide instant feedback. That doesn't replace the athlete, it makes them better. In the same way, AI becomes your coach for soft skills. The key, though, is mindset. You need to approach AI with intentionality. Passive use won't help. But if you actively reflect on the feedback, set goals, and track progress, you'll get real value. Here's a simple framework for using AI to grow soft skills. 1. Identify your focus skill. Choose one soft skill at a time. Maybe you want to improve your feedback delivery, your meeting facilitation, or your persuasive writing. 2. Pick the right tools. Use Grammarly for writing, Ori for speaking, Reflectly for journaling, or Udly for mock interviews. 3. Set practice sessions. Allocate time weekly to engage with the tool and apply it to real-life tasks. 4. Track and reflect. Look at the feedback trends. What's improving? What's repeating? 5. Reinforce in real life. Use your insights to adjust how you communicate, lead, or collaborate in your actual work or school environment. Remember, feedback is only powerful when it leads to action. Let's be clear about what AI can't do here. It won't magically give you empathy. It won't force you to reflect. It won't teach you humility. Those things come from within. But AI can guide you, challenge you, and support your process. It's also important to approach these tools ethically and thoughtfully. AI should never be used to manipulate or pretend to be emotionally aware when you're not. Instead, use it to build the real you, more aware, more articulate, more effective. So whether you're a student, a team lead, a job seeker, or an executive, AI tools can become your secret weapon. Not because they replace your soft skills, but because they sharpen them. One more bonus. These tools are usually affordable, often free, and available on your phone. The takeaway here is simple. AI is not your rival, it's your training partner. But only if you stay proactive, curious, and open to growth. So ask yourself, what soft skill do I want to improve? And how can I start practicing with AI today? The next version of you, more confident, more composed, more collaborative, is only a few sessions away. Let's continue. Soft skills are often misunderstood. Despite how critical they are in today's world, many people still hold outdated or limiting beliefs about what soft skills are and who they're for. In this section, we're going to clear the air and address 3 of the most common myths around soft skills, and then we'll go deeper into the real truth behind each one. Myth 1. You're either born with soft skills or not. Reality. Soft skills are not fixed traits. They can absolutely be learned, practiced, and improved over time. Just like going to the gym strengthens your body, intentionally practicing soft skills strengthens your communication, empathy, adaptability, and confidence. Many people believe soft skills are part of someone's personality. For example, they may say, she's just a natural leader, or he's good with people, it just comes to him. But in most cases, what you're seeing is the result of practice, feedback, and reflection, not a magical gift. Think of a professional speaker. They didn't start with flawless delivery. They started nervous, made mistakes, learned from them, got coaching, rehearsed, and gradually became great. The same goes for leadership, conflict resolution, and collaboration. Soft skills are like muscles. You might be stronger in some areas naturally, but with effort, every muscle can grow. If you're shy, you can still learn to express yourself clearly. If you struggle with patience, you can learn to pause and listen. If you're uncomfortable with feedback, you can learn to receive it constructively. No matter where you're starting from, soft skills are trainable. Myth 2. Only leaders need soft skills. Reality. Everyone needs soft skills, regardless of role, rank, or industry. It's a common belief that only managers, executives, or team leads need to worry about soft skills. After all, they're the ones giving presentations, managing teams, and making big decisions. Right? Wrong. Even if you're in a technical or back-end role, say, a software developer, accountant, or data analyst, you still work with other humans. You attend meetings. You receive instructions. You give updates. You collaborate on deadlines. All of that requires communication, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. In fact, some of the most successful developers, designers, and researchers are not just brilliant in their field. They're able to explain their ideas clearly, build consensus, and navigate team dynamics. Soft skills are what help you ask good questions during planning meetings, understand your colleague's perspective in a disagreement, deliver your findings in a way that's easy for others to act on, handle shifting priorities without frustration. When everyone in a team, regardless of position, practices soft skills, work becomes smoother, faster, and more effective. Don't fall for the trap that says, "I'm not a manager, so I don't need this." That mindset limits your growth. Soft skills aren't about your title, they're about your impact. Myth 3. AI will soon develop empathy. Reality: AI can simulate empathy in language, but it does not feel. This is one of the more futuristic misconceptions we're seeing, that AI will become so advanced, it will be able to understand human emotions on a deep level, maybe even feel them. Let's be clear, AI can recognize patterns of emotional language, and it can generate emotionally appropriate responses. But it doesn't actually experience emotion. It doesn't have memory, morality, or motivation. It doesn't have a life story. It doesn't love. It doesn't regret. It doesn't hope. What it can do is simulate. It mimics emotional expression based on training data. That means AI can sound compassionate, or encouraging, or excited, but it doesn't mean it. This matters a lot. Because real empathy isn't just about sounding kind. It's about tuning in to someone else's experience. It's about emotional presence. It's about context, culture, and nuance. It involves ethical judgment, not just tone. Here's an example. Imagine someone you work with shares that they lost a family member. An AI might say, "I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you find comfort." But it won't know what your relationship with that person was like. It won't understand the complicated emotions involved: guilt, relief, shock. And it won't remember this moment the next day. A real human, with real empathy, will ask, "How are you holding up?" They'll pause to listen. They might sit with you in silence. They might adjust your workload or check in again next week. That's empathy. That's irreplaceable. Empathy also drives ethics. It's what makes you ask, "Is this the right way to treat this person?" AI doesn't ask those questions. It follows programming. It has no values unless we give it values, and even then, it doesn't care. This is why emotional intelligence remains a purely human skill. We must be the ethical compass in an AI-powered world. We must be the listeners, the encouragers, the connectors. AI is a tool, but empathy is a relationship. Let's add a few bonus myths while we're here. Bonus myth 4. Soft skills are less important than hard skills. Reality: soft skills often matter more, especially in high-trust, team-based, and client-facing roles. Hard skills get your foot in the door. But soft skills determine how far you go. A brilliant analyst who can't work with others may get stuck. A good designer who communicates well, adapts to feedback, and leads collaboration? That person gets promoted. Soft skills amplify your technical ability. They are not secondary. Bonus myth 5. Soft skills can't be measured. Reality: while they're harder to quantify, soft skills can absolutely be observed, tracked, and improved. Through feedback, reflection, peer reviews, journaling, coaching, and behavioral interviews, you can measure progress. For example, you might track how many times you interrupt in meetings. You might log how your tone changes in emails. You might journal your reaction to conflict and how it changes over time. Improvement is visible, even when it's not on a certificate. Bonus myth 6. Once you learn soft skills, you're done. Reality: soft skills are a lifelong journey. You never stop improving. The more experiences you have, the more perspectives you gain. As you grow in your career, new challenges arise: difficult feedback, team leadership, crisis management, cultural differences. Each one teaches you a deeper level of emotional intelligence, communication, or adaptability. Soft skills grow with you. They require maintenance, humility, and care, just like physical health or financial health. Let's summarize what we've learned in this section. Soft skills are trainable, not fixed; essential for everyone, not just leaders; uniquely human, and not replaceable by AI; valuable, measurable, and scalable. Your ability to thrive in the AI age depends not just on your technical knowledge, but on how well you understand yourself and connect with others. So challenge the myths, embrace the growth, and keep developing the skills that make you, you. So how can you start building your soft skills now? The good news is, you don't need years of training or formal certifications. Soft skills grow through awareness, practice, and reflection, and they're accessible to everyone, every day. No matter your profession, background, or comfort level, you can begin improving these essential life and workplace tools right now. Let's explore 6 actionable steps you can take to strengthen your soft skills, starting today. 1. Practice active listening. One of the simplest but most powerful soft skills you can build is active listening. We often listen to reply, not to understand. Active listening means fully focusing on the speaker, absorbing their message, and responding with presence. It involves making eye contact, avoiding interruptions, nodding or affirming, paraphrasing or summarizing what you heard. Try this in your next conversation, whether in a meeting, with a friend, or even over a call. Listen without thinking about what you want to say next. Just focus. At the end, reflect their message back. So what I'm hearing is. This simple shift builds trust, clarity, and deeper connection. Over time, active listening makes you a better teammate, friend, leader, and problem solver. It also reduces conflict and helps people feel truly heard, something AI can't do. 2. Seek feedback. Improving soft skills requires insight into how others experience you. One of the fastest ways to accelerate growth is to ask for feedback. Ask your coworkers, classmates, or clients. How do I come across in meetings? Do I explain ideas clearly? Is there anything I could do better when handling pressure? Create a safe space for honest responses. Don't defend or explain, just listen. You can also use tools like 360-degree feedback surveys or anonymous online forms. The key is consistency. Make feedback part of your routine, not just something you seek during evaluations. Feedback is not failure, it's fuel for growth. When you act on that feedback, people notice. They see your willingness to improve, and that builds respect. 3. Role-play difficult scenarios. Soft skills often shine, or struggle, under pressure. That's why role-play is such a useful training method. It helps you prepare for tough conversations before they happen. Find a friend, mentor, or coach and practice scenarios like a giving or receiving feedback, a handling a disagreement, a navigating cultural misunderstandings, a dealing with a frustrated client. Play both roles, speaker and listener. Then switch. Afterwards, reflect together. What worked? What felt forced? What could be more empathetic? You'll be amazed at how much more confident you feel when similar moments arise in real life. Remember, pressure reveals your default habits. Practice rewires them. 4. Reflect daily. Self-awareness is the foundation of all soft skills. One powerful way to build it is through daily reflection. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to ask, what interaction today went really well? What felt uncomfortable or unclear? How did I respond emotionally? What would I do differently next time? You can journal these thoughts, record a voice note, or use an app like Dailyo or Reflectly. Over time, you'll spot patterns, your triggers, your strengths, and your blind spots. Reflection turns experiences into lessons. It helps you become more mindful, intentional, and adaptive in your future interactions. 5. Engage with diverse people. If you only interact with people who think, talk, and act like you, your soft skills will be limited to a narrow lens. One of the best ways to grow empathy, flexibility, and communication is to engage with people from diverse backgrounds. That could mean joining cross-functional teams, attending cultural or professional events, volunteering in different communities, traveling or working in international settings, simply making friends outside your usual circles. When you encounter different communication styles, values, and expectations, your adaptability increases. You learn to listen without judgment. You learn to clarify meaning without assuming. You learn to collaborate in inclusive ways. Diversity stretches your soft skills and deepens your emotional intelligence. 6. Use AI as support, not a shortcut. As we've discussed in previous sections, AI can't develop your soft skills for you, but it can be a powerful support system. Use AI tools to analyze your writing tone, Grammarly. Simulate job interviews, Udly. Journal your thoughts, Mind's Era, Reflectly. Practice speeches, Ori, Poised. These tools give you instant feedback. They help you track growth. They create safe spaces to rehearse and refine. But remember, the goal is not to sound robotic or rehearsed. The goal is to grow into a more genuine, aware, and effective communicator. AI is the coach. You are the player. Stay in control of your development. Now let's go deeper with a few bonus habits to build soft skills. Join Toastmasters or a speaking club to build confidence. Mentor or be mentored. Both roles grow leadership and empathy. Teach others. Explaining a concept helps you master clarity. Use mindfulness practices like meditation to improve patience and focus. Read books on communication, leadership, and psychology. Knowledge expands perspective. Building soft skills isn't about adding something fake, it's about refining who you already are. And don't wait for the perfect time to begin. There is no badge. No final level. Soft skill growth is lifelong. Even 10 minutes a day can create momentum. Here's an idea. Pick one soft skill to focus on this month. Maybe it's listening. Maybe it's conflict resolution. Maybe it's confidence in public speaking. Set a simple goal. I will reflect for 5 minutes every evening. I'll ask for feedback twice this week. I'll try one new conversation starter with a colleague. Keep it small, consistent, and meaningful. Each of these actions is like a drop of water. Over time, they fill the bucket. You'll look back in a few months and realize you've grown. Remember, a growth takes patience. A change takes courage. A progress takes consistency. But the earlier you start, the more confident and capable you'll be, in both your career and your relationships. So let's make today your first step. Because soft skills aren't just for work, they're for life. Let's continue. Here's the big picture. The future of work is not about AI versus humans. It's about AI with humans. This is a critical shift in mindset. We often hear conversations about AI in adversarial terms. Phrases like man versus machine, AI will take over, or humans will be replaced. But the reality is much more nuanced and much more hopeful. Artificial intelligence is not here to replace us. It's here to redefine how we work, solve problems, and grow. And the most successful people in this new age won't be the ones who resist AI, but those who know how to work with it. We are entering a hybrid future, one where humans and machines collaborate, complement each other, and bring out the best in both. AI is incredible at crunching numbers, analyzing trends, and handling repetitive or high-volume tasks. But it lacks intuition, emotion, values, and moral judgment. That's where you come in. Your role in this hybrid future is not to compete with machines on what they do best, but to amplify what makes you uniquely human. Let's break that down. You'll succeed not by outcomputing a machine, but by doing what machines can't. Caring about your coworkers and customers. Inspiring your team through vision and empathy. Creating trust in your community or organization. Making decisions that reflect context, ethics, and wisdom. These are skills that no machine can replicate. For example, AI can suggest the fastest route to a decision, but it can't weigh the emotional impact on people involved. AI can generate a beautiful piece of writing, but it doesn't understand the lived experience behind it. AI can help screen job candidates, but it can't sense untapped potential or give someone the benefit of the doubt. This is why soft skills are so crucial. In the hybrid future, you are the bridge between logic and meaning, data and wisdom, automation and empathy. And these bridges are needed in every profession. In healthcare, where machines support diagnostics but doctors provide care. In education, where AI can personalize content but teachers inspire curiosity. E in leadership, where data guides direction but leaders motivate and unite. E in design, where AI proposes visuals but humans create stories. Let's also consider what this means at a personal level. The better you get at soft skills, like communication, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, the better you'll be at interpreting AI output, making ethical calls, and connecting across cultures and technologies. Imagine a workplace where AI handles the routine so you can focus on innovation. Where your meetings are shorter because AI already summarized the data. Where you use that saved time to mentor a colleague, coach a client, or build a community program. That's not science fiction. That's what's happening right now, in forward-thinking companies, in collaborative classrooms, in health systems, and nonprofits using AI tools to expand their impact. But to make the most of this future, you must bring your full self to the table. Not just your knowledge, not just your title, but your values, your emotional awareness, your adaptability, your courage to lead when things are uncertain. These qualities, what we call soft skills, are your competitive advantage. And unlike hard skills, which can become outdated, soft skills evolve with you. The more challenges you face, the deeper they grow. The more people you meet, the richer they become. That's why mastering your soft skills is not just about career success, it's about becoming the kind of person the future needs. A person who can understand before responding, collaborate with empathy, make decisions with impact in mind, lift others up, adapt with resilience. Because as powerful as AI becomes, it still needs people with emotional intelligence, creative thinking, and ethical judgment to lead the way. That's you. So as we reach the end of this course, here's the takeaway. The future isn't about who codes better, or who knows the latest software, or who can automate the fastest. The future belongs to those who are deeply human, emotionally wise, collaborative, adaptable, and curious. When you master your soft skills, you become someone who not only survives in the future, you shape it. So let this be your mission. Keep learning, keep growing, keep showing up as the best version of yourself. Because the world doesn't just need smarter people. It needs wiser people, kinder people, braver people. And that, ultimately, is the most powerful advantage you have. Master your soft skills, and you master the future. Thank you for watching this 30-minute course on mastering soft skills in the age of AI. If this gave you a clearer view of how to thrive in a technology-driven world while staying true to your human strengths, please support the journey. Like this video, share it with your network, and comment below with your biggest insight or favorite takeaway. Your engagement helps us create more meaningful, practical, and accessible content for professionals around the world. We want to hear your stories, your progress, and your questions, because learning soft skills is a continuous journey, and we're all in it together. And above all, remember this: being human is still your greatest skill. Machines can calculate, but only you can care. Only you can connect, lead, inspire, and grow with wisdom. So keep going, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next one.